we're just hoping on the way down it won't be so bad. Otherwise, we'll be hole-toling to our waist. Good morning. We're here at the Columbia Lookout here at Mt Revelstoke National Park. And it's basically a road that goes from the bottom all the way to the top, except it's closed at this point. And then you can just walk up if you can. It's supposed to be a ton of snow up there. So we're gonna go see how far we can go. This is the Columbia Lookout overlooking the mighty Columbia River. But it's hard to see. Too many trees on this one. There's other lookouts along this road that are much better. Some people hike this up from the very base of the mountain and hike up, but we're starting here because even from here it's like 11.5 miles round trip. And there's going to be a bunch of snow, so the snow will slow us down. So we're starting here, and we're just going to see how far we go. Odds are good we're not going to make it to the very top, but we'll see how it goes. We're both wearing our waterproof socks, by the way, just to kind of keep our feet warm when we're walking through the snow. But other than that, we have nothing else special except micro spikes. We're finally at the trail. Basically, the trail starts way at the bottom of the mountain and kind of comes straight up, whereas the road does many switchbacks back and forth. I'll show you a map on the left side of your screen there, but this is one of the road crossings. There are many road crossings, and this is our turnoff. And according to Gaia, from here for maybe the next mile, it's going to be steep. It's got a yellow color, orangish color, I think. But then after that, it's supposed to be pretty mild the rest of the way up, because we're only covering like 2,800 feet over 5 miles. That's pretty low, 500 feet per mile. But we are off. What do you think, Tina?
I think we'll see some reindeer if we're lucky.
If we're lucky. Yeah, Tina wanted to be, or she said she'd be happy if she saw a reindeer. And I said I'd be happy if I saw a grizzly take down a reindeer.
He's asking for too much. That's why we're never going to see wildlife.
Or a wolf.
Or Wolverine.
Or a wolverine. Yeah. Uh-oh, Tina, your biggest fear about peeing on trail. Remote cameras used on this trail. So we know there are grizzlies, wolverines, wolves, black bears up here, caribou. And it's just like really wild woods feel up here. And I love, one of the reasons I love hiking is as you go, you're just like focus on your hearing and your sight, what you're seeing, and your smell. Like all the senses are just constantly going, looking for animals. I really enjoy that. Just listening so intently. I don't know why people listen to music and stuff. It's so much more fun just listening to an environment, especially in an area like this. We've reached almost 5,000 feet and we are starting to see regular patches of snow that we kind of have to walk on, can't avoid. But our steepest portion is almost done actually. So pretty soon we'll have a more level area. And hopefully, even with a lot of snow, it won't be too bad. But even with this, it's not too bad. It's pretty hard snow. So far, so good. So far. But it's early. Always interesting to see a tree like this. Half of it's burnt, dead. Most likely a lightning strike. And there's charred debris all around. Even down the trail here, it must have burned for a little bit, but it didn't spread. Good old lightning, crazy stuff. Just hits randomly. I stopped at this part that actually doesn't have snow on it to put on my micro spikes finally. Probably should have put it on a little while ago. It's been snowy for quite a bit. Some big drifts. Fortunately, it's firm enough we were still walking. A couple post holes, but not too bad. But it's compacted down enough. It's a little slippery, so I think the micro spikes still helped in this situation. Not slushy yet. It's when it's like super slushy, when it collects on the bottom of the micro spikes, no good. But for now, good. You can see I've got my waterproof socks on and Injinji liners underneath. Oh yeah, that's much better. No sliding. So as long as we don't post hole, it's pretty nice actually. This is what animals feel like when they're walking on the snow, I bet. We finally got down to near the street. As you can see, the street is still pretty covered. But we are going to take the street because the snow is getting thicker and thicker. And it gets a little steeper soon. And the street will give us even snow. So should be easier. It's wide open, so we're hoping to see some animals. Maybe like a herd of caribou. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. Pretty sweet road. This is all ours. The road snow seems pretty nice. Can't tell how deep it is. Maybe a foot, a little deeper. There's a sign up there. It doesn't seem to be too buried. But we're just taking the road from now on because this is easy walking. We should be able to make good time. We're gonna keep our micro spikes on because it's like sun cups everywhere. Look for caribou tracks while we're at it, and bears, and wolverines and wolves. The whole time we haven't been sure how deep this snow is, but here's the road. Not too bad. It's around 10:30 now, and things are starting to get a little slushier. You can see Tina's footprints are getting deeper. So it's getting a little more work, and it's gonna get harder. We know it's gonna be harder on the way back as the snow has more time to soften up. But hopefully the street is no deeper, or the snow is no deeper than what we saw there. So far it's been much easier than we thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not even halfway.
Not even. We opted to take the trail where the road goes northeast and comes around. It saves us maybe 3/4 of a mile trip, maybe a little more. Wasn't too bad. We knew it was gonna be more shaded and more frozen, more solid. A couple of post holes, but overall not too bad. Now we are at the parking lot up here. We have a less than a mile to the summit. Look, I got pit toilets. They're not open, I don't think. I don't want to go check. But we only have, yeah, we have less than a mile. And hopefully, this trash can's pretty buried. There's some trash cans up there, but normally the lids are about waist high, but it's right at Tina's feet right now. We're just hoping on the way down it won't be so bad. Otherwise we'll be post-holing to our waist. We can't linger up there too long because it's gonna be a super warm sunny day today. That sign isn't buried too far. There's a sign. How do we get to the summit? You're almost there. There are 3 ways to get to the summit of Mt Revelstoke. I don't know why there's tape there. Oh, because it's talking about buses. But I think we're almost there. You could see where we came, kinda. But as we pan across, we have signs. More signs. Kinda buried. That sign reminds me of on the PCT, when you're standing way above it and you know you're like a good 4 or 5 feet above. But we are continuing right. There's a loop that goes to the summit, and that's our goal. So we're gonna hit the summit. There's a watchtower somewhere to our left, but we may skip that because we like to get down before all the snow turns to super slush, and then we'll be post-holing the whole way and it would be miserable. So we'll see. We're heading up towards the summit, and this is the First Steps trail. But that, I don't know if that's old or new, but those are the best petroglyphs I've ever seen. I can't imagine those. They're too sharp. I bet they're new. They must have just put them all around here as decorations. Holy cow. Super nice. Oh yeah, they're all around. Too nice. Tina's racing on. I think she wants to be the first person up on the summit. Probably not this year. We think there have been other people that hike, but not too many. But the guy at the visitor center, we were talking to him about this trail, and he said, well, if you make it, you'll be the first ones this year. I don't think we are, but I think Tina wants to be the first person. I gotta race by her and beat her at the last second, I think. That's what I'm gonna do. Nah, I'm not. It looks like we are at the highest point. This is Mt Revelstoke. We're still below 7,000 feet. It's amazing how much snow is up here. I don't think there's anything higher. Look at all the mountains to our northeast. I guess the Rockies, and then the Selkirk Mountains is where we are. I guess, no way, I'm not sure exactly. I know it's like Rockies, Selkirk, and Columbia Mountains.
Yeah. They're beautiful though. I don't know why people go to Banff and Jasper. You might as well just go here.
Yeah, we haven't seen a single person all day. Wonder why. It's pretty funny. We're at the highest part, but I guess the map says the summit's over there somewhere, but it's lower than here. So we'll take it as having summited Mt Revelstoke. Good day. But now I wish us luck going down, because the snow is gonna be a little softer. We're gonna sit somewhere and eat on the snow. Nowhere to sit. You think there are any benches under here?
I don't know. I feel like the dogs. I just want to roll in the snow because I'm so hot.
Yeah, I want to rub my face in it. I bet there's some benches under here somewhere. Okay, let's go find a place to sit in. When you're hiking in the snow and you want to take a break, it's very important to have sit pads with you. Oh. Mostly want it for a good thumbnail too.
Yeah.
Sitting there. It's just a beautiful open meadow out here, just wide open. Believe it or not, I almost forgot my sunglasses, and if I did, I'd say I would have had to go back, like stop long time ago, because it is just so open out here, and it just snow everywhere. I just had a good post hole, but we never film it or take pictures. We'll take pictures next time one of us does it. That was only down up to my knee. It wasn't too bad. It's just funny because it's just wide open snow. We know there's a trail under here, and we suspect it's paved because it's like a nice loop from the parking lot, and there's signs here and there. We have no idea where it is. We have no trace, and it's just wide open. Walk wherever you need to. It's pretty crazy. We don't know how deep it is. I don't know, you can see these trees. Pretty fun adventure we have today. We're coming down from the trail, and I didn't notice on the way up. Tina mentioned the gate was open, but yeah, actually the gate's locked. So, you know, road's closed. Although, still on our way down. The snow is definitely slushier than it has been. But on the way down, we saw two people who were off the trail from the summit. They were going somewhere else. And then we met 6 others. I guess we didn't meet them. I just said hi. And they didn't say anything except hi back. Which is weird, because I was telling Tina, if I was going up to a summit like this and I saw someone coming down, I'd be asking them, hey, did you get all the way up there? Is it possible? But they were lost in each other's conversations, and they just said hi, and that was it. So quickie, but of course, because there's 8 people came up, now the snow trail is more packed in and it's more defined. Whereas before, we were following a really old trail, old set of steps, and that got us through most of it, I guess. And then everyone else just followed ours. I'm curious how many more people we'll see on the way down. It's just, things are so much slushier. We did the road walk, and it was just wet. Like, I could feel my shoes just soaking. It wasn't like that before, but people are going up there now. We'll be down out of the snow shortly though. On the way down, we saw a bunch of people come up, and we thought maybe 3, 4 campers. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6R rentals. And people are in the last two. The doors are open. There's a lot of people. So nice to be back at camp and just sitting here doing nothing. Well, I did some things like break down the wood, as you may have seen into my rather pretty anal retentive wood stacking method. But now I'm sitting here and thought I'd show you my socks. I wore today Injinji liners. I don't know if you know, Injinjis are these toe socks, and they are generally the socks I always wore, at least 95% of the time, once I discovered how well they worked on all my thru hikes, because they just prevent blisters so well. So I had the liners and then waterproof socks over it, because I knew it was going to be walking through a lot of snow. And just having the waterproof socks, you'll feel the cold on the outside as it soaks in on the outside, but at the inside it'll stay much warmer than cold water constantly coming in. These I had on the PCT, and they stopped working, so my feet pretty much got wet, so these will have to go. On the Arizona Trail I did buy another pair because I didn't have these with me, and those work really well, and they're still newer, so I might wear those next time we have a long snow trek. But these guys just aren't working anymore, so, but they did well on the PCT when I had them, which is surprising. But alright, now we're gonna have a fire, cook some food over the fire. We're just gonna have some sausages over the fire and a potato and an avocado. That's our dinner today. After we got back from our hike, we had some tortellini with pizza or spaghetti sauce, just kind of cooked in. Easy meals, but replenishing enough. I am sitting here at Snow Forest Campground here at Mt Revelstoke National Park. It's actually a newer campground, a couple of years old, and it's pretty nice, nicely organized. Table, as you can tell, the table looks pretty new because it's pretty new. And overall, really nice here. They have tons of wood. You have to get a fire permit each night you're here though, so that's a catch. So it's like 40 bucks a night. But they have plenty of wood, and the showers are pretty nice. You can actually control the temperature on these, so that's pretty nice. So that's it for today, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope you all get to come out and enjoy Mount Revelstoke as well, driving it or otherwise. But if you drive up there, there's so many trails out there. I think that in itself would be fun. But just hiking up there is fun too. Alright, take care. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Are you filming?
Oh crap, I forgot to turn it off.